Hey guys, River here. So, I don't have a fucking long time to talk because Barney's in trouble. I don't know if you listened to the last episode, but I'm kind of in a panic right now. So, let's get started so I can get the fuck out of here. So I guess Hood wasn't too keen on Remy bringing Skull into the house because she couldn't keep her mouth shut at the club, and they got into a fight. It was a big fight. They were, brawling and shit. I guess Princess won because fucking Hood stormed out of there like a little teen boy throwing a fit, and Remy also stormed off. I guess she's having a fucking bad time too. So then I got Skull to say, hey, yeah, this gang thing, the information I was going to give you, or the professor, I don't fucking know. He told us that this gang thing was at Barney's market, so I have to now go to Barney's, make sure that asshole is okay, because I love him, and he is the only one that's ever fucking cared for me. Rodney got mixed up in it. I don't fucking know how. He could have just stayed home. Nothing could have been a problem with him. So now it's me, Rodney, Oswald, and Remy all going to save my kind of adopted father? Not really. I don't fucking know how that works. So, I have to fucking go though, so I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
Hi, my name's Allie, and I play River.
My name is Kyle Castles. I play Oswald Silva.
Hi guys, my name is Elena, and I play Remy.
And my name is James, and I'll be your friendly neighborhood dungeon master for this evening. And welcome to Dice Drop.
River is in the car and Rodney's driving, but she's going, Rodney, you have to stop driving like an old man. We need to be there now.
I'm going 10 over the speed limit.
That is the slowest you could possibly be going.
Meanwhile, Oswald's just eating Oreos in the next seat over.
She looks over. Oswald, how? Where do you get these?
Where do I get what?
I hold out my hand for an Oreo.
I give her two. And I'm like, they're peanut butter Oreos. If you don't...
Ooh! And I start eating them.
Tears are just streaming down her face looking at you two fucks. She's just like, what the fuck?
Hey man, when you're hungry, you're hungry. I don't know what you're so upset about.
We're literally going to a convenience store.
Listen,
yeah, I'm gonna stock up on my Oreos when I get there. I figured I'd eat them.
I didn't have breakfast. All I had were some very suspicious looking protein bars from Rodney.
All right, so Rodney is not driving any faster.
Rodney, I'm going to take the wheel from you, and it's not going to be good. Slam on that fucking driving pedal now.
Okay, so since...
He pushes the accelerator forward.
Okay, I was about to say, so since River is sitting on top of me, and I'm
I forgot about that.
I'm in a slouch position. I was about to say, could I just move my arm in such a fashion where I just push down on the throttle?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I do.
You're sitting like that. I completely forgot.
I didn't.
So, yeah, you push the accelerator as Oswald's reaching for it, and the car zooms.
River looks back at Remy, who she is sitting on, and goes, "Thank you so much, princess."
And I
Rodney,
I don't know what you're talking about.
Rodney, who does not know how to drive at this speed, nearly crashes the car.
Rodney, you're a little bitch.
Please.
He is just going whoa, 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 whoa.
When the car speeds up, the Oreo that Oswald is holding just pops out of his hand and out the window. And I just look at Rodney with the most disdain on my face.
It's an open top speeder, so they just fly out of your hands over your head, and you're just like, oh, fuck.
Who designed this? This is stupid.
River's literally just like, Rodney, how do you not know how to drive at this speed? Are you a little bitch or something?
I sink down lower into the chair.
River needs to be
like
there
that.
now. Y'all don't seem to understand that.
I make the face that GIF makes, like the cat that just goes like hand over their mouth and just like, oh.
Rodney gets you guys to the lower district. Doesn't really say much, but he does slow it down a little bit so you guys don't die. So, you guys, he looks to you, River, for instructions. I guess for directions.
River,
I guess
like,
you give it.
Points him like over to the crossroads and goes, "All right, keep going, keep going, keep going. Pause."
So Rodney touches down about a block away from Barney's.
Mm-hmm.
And he's out of the car.
River is also out of the car. She like rolls off of Remy and is bolting.
Rodney is chasing. Oswald and Remy, what are you guys doing?
Is the convenience store right there?
It's the
No,
block
the
away.
block down. You have to follow a running River.
I look at Remy and I'm
That's
like,
like a
I'm out of
battling-
Oreos. There's the convenience store. If you want more, we have to go over there.
I like pretend that I'm weighing my options, and then I just yell as I start booking off running. Last one to the convenience store buys Oreos, and I'm just booking it.
Oswald's like, you mother, and then runs.
I'm so happy they're having a good time.
Hey, we're kind of in a weird situation, so you gotta make light of any situation you can.
All right, so River, you obviously make it to Barney's first.
Yeah, I like pull open that door real fast. It's like you hear like the bells at the top going ching.
Yeah, you hear the bell, and at first you don't see anybody in the shop. Like, it is empty.
Barney, it's River.
It takes a second, but Barney does emerge from out of the back room.
You see River. You see River go.
River, I didn't man, after you took off at the crossroads, I didn't expect to see you back here.
Oh, you heard about that?
Well, yeah, of course I heard about it. I mean, most of the people at the crossroads shop at this market. You know that.
Yeah. What did they tell you?
That you ran off.
They didn't tell you anything interesting along with me running off?
No.
All right. Is Rodney, Remy, and Oswald like coming in behind me?
Rodney comes in next, and he is just kind of out of breath, leaning
She
against the door frame. Just,
She looks at him and goes, "Dude, you can teleport. Why did?"
well, fuck you. And
Fuck you too.
who's this guy?
Friend. Here's Rodney. This is Barney. Barney, Rodney. So sorry, Barney, that I did not come for that pickup the other day because you heard that there was a little bit of a problem.
It's fine. It was just a small job anyway, a small delivery. I got Gil to do it for me. I gave him a cheeseburger and all.
You gave him the fucking cheeseburger.
I mean, payment's payment.
That's fair.
Where are not Rodney? Where are Remy and Oswald at this point?
You guys would be coming in now.
Okay.
I'm going to get you to knock River and Rodney down, going, Oreo!
I kind of like, when I round the corner, I do the thing where like my hands are on the frames of the door, I'm out of breath, and I'm like, do you have Oreos?
River also looks at them and goes, they're cool, they're also my friends. I made friends.
Yeah, that
Barney
doesn't
looks-
matter right now. Boy, do you have Oreos? Yes or no?
Barney looks at you, Oswald, and third aisle.
I sprint. Where's Remy?
Remmy's like coming and she's like,
Did Remy get there first?
Remy should have gotten there first. Yeah.
So she's already in the third aisle.
Yeah, Remy's like, Oreos. Ha! You're buying.
basically.
Who are these people you brought into my shop?
One's a highborn, one's a midborn, and one's a Rodney.
I talk for Remy.
Barney,
I made friends.
Barney like beckons for you to come closer to the counter, River.
River comes closer and goes, hi.
Either of these two, and he like points at Rodney and Oswald. Either of these, you know.
No, not even a Barney. Barney, no. Barney, why?
Look, I'm just trying to look out for you. I worry about you. You made some bad choices in that department, so I'm trying to look out for you.
I know. One, I know. Two, I do have a question for you. Actually, I have two. I have two questions for you now that I see you are alive and well.
Sure, kid. I'll answer any questions you have.
One, has a bunch of gay lords in capes come by here?
Capes?
Yeah.
Well, now that Remy's back. Oswald, you said you tackled Remy.
I did.
Both of you give me strength checks.
I rolled an 18 plus 1, but I would much rather roll out of the way, like dive roll out of the way, so I would have a plus 5.
I nat 1.
Doesn't matter. I got a 19.
So, Oswald, you go to tackle Remy. She moves, like, deathly moves out of the way, and you slam into the shelving, knocking one over into another, creates a domino effect.
River puts her head in her hands and she goes, I'm so sorry. I'm so, one of them has money. One of them.
I pick up a pack of Oreos and I just look down at Oswald, who's just lying on the floor, and I just drop it onto his chest, and I'm like, "You're buying." And I go and just saunter over to where River is.
River's like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for these assholes that I have brought into your amazing shop.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to yeet the Oreos at Remy.
Give me a ranged combat check.
Okay. How do I do that?
It'll be in your skills toward the bottom.
Okay. Toward the bottom. I don't know.
I'm sorry. It would just be a dex check for you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, good. I get a +1. That's a 10.
Do not hit Barney.
I'm a slippery.
I just straight up get up and frisbee them at Remy.
Well, guess what? On neither my parry nor my dodge did you hit me because I am slippery.
Yeah, it kind of goes a little wide, and you're just like, damn it.
River is literally
Fuck,
just
not
like,
my day.
I'm so fucking sorry. Guys, clean up his shop. I'm asking him a question, and you're just destroying everything.
I point at Remy and I'm like, it's her fault.
Okay, but she's a princess. You think she's gonna clean up after herself?
She better.
I pick up one package of chips.
Rodney is looking at all of you like, why the fuck did we bring you guys in?
Yeah, River is literally looking at Rodney like, why did you let them out of the car? Why did you let them out of the car?
They
I
wanted
needed
Oreos.
Oreos. That's important.
Yeah, but then you destroyed Barney's. I'm so fucking sorry, Barney. So clean it.
Barney, like, beckons you to lean closer again.
She does.
If it's either of them, Go for the non-klutzy one.
I agree with you full-heartedly.
I'm doing a perception check to see if I heard that.
I'm right there, so if I didn't hear anything, I'm fucking deaf.
Both
And
of
I
you
just-
give me a perception check.
Remy's just like,
I got a
I've never seen
19.
convenience store like this.
All right, my perception is +2. That's a 14, so a 12 plus 2, 14.
Yeah, I got a 19.
Yeah,
I rolled
Oswald, you
twice because
definitely
of lag.
heard it.
Hmm. I pick up another bag of Oreos and I yeet it at River.
Like, can I know that this is coming? Can I do a perception?
Yeah, you can give me a
Fuck.
dot. Oh,
I rolled a 2 plus 2, so no, I'm sorry, a 3 plus 1, so that's a 4.
I rolled
Yeah,
a
it goes-
22, so can I just get out?
Does this one hit Remy at least?
no, it goes completely wide.
Don't tell me it is.
River is literally just like, that one is basically my brother.
I'm like,
Don't tell me it hit Rodney. Please don't.
No, but Rodney like walks over to you. Come on, let's get the shop cleaned up.
Fine.
I'm like leaning up against the counter. I have my hand on my like leaning my hand on my my face in my hands, and I like look at Barney and I whisper, I think she has the hots for the other one. And I'm like nodding my head in like the complete like wrong direction of whichever one I'm gesturing to. And I'm just like, I think that's the one she likes.
Remy, give me a perception check.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god.
That is a 10 plus 2, so 12.
That's a 19 for his stealth check as Rodney comes up, grabs you by the back of your shirt, and goes, "Okay, come on, princess, you're helping."
And I'm like kicking, and I'm like, nope, 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 nope. And I'm like,
River leans in really, really close to Barney and goes, if it was anyone that I'm hanging out with right now, it would be him.
I just rolled a 19 plus 2 for a perception check. Did I hear it?
Hmm?
I just
No.
rolled a 19
No,
plus
you
2
didn't
for
hear
a
it.
perception.
No.
I didn't hear a 19 plus 2 roll.
No, Rodney's taking you away to clean up your shit.
Oh, motherless fuck.
You're freaking out. You don't have time to make a perception check.
River is literally just like, all right, so they're cleaning up your shop. So, any like weirdos in capes come around here? We heard that they were hanging out around here, and I was really worried about you.
Oh, well, I appreciate the concern. I mean, I suppose, I've heard about some weirdos in capes, but, nothing around here. I heard about them over at the crossroads, but I don't know.
Barney, you know you're the only thing that matters to me, like, fully, and if something happened to you, it wouldn't be okay. Like, what would the lower
I
district be without Barney's market?
Look, I appreciate the concern, kid, but, look, I'm fine. Bonnie's will be here forever. You know that. We've been here through thick and thin.
Yeah. So you haven't seen Xander, or you haven't seen any of, like, the actual people in the capes? You haven't seen anything?
Well, I've seen Xander. He's pretty pissed off right now, but haven't seen...
River goes, I whacked him in the face.
Good on you, kid.
Thank you. It was a complete accident.
Look,
Barney.
Hmm.
Something weird has happened in the last 48 hours to me, so I might not be around as often as I usually am.
River, I need you to give me a insight check.
While she's doing that, it's question about Barney. Is he like adamantly against mutants, or just, the average against mutants?
A lot of people in the lower district don't really give a fuck.
That's fair.
Yeah, Barney just kind of, people's people give me money, people, yeah. He doesn't care as long as you're a customer.
I got a 15.
There's something off.
Okay. So River just stops fully telling him what's going on there and goes, So she starts thinking about it and she goes,
Yeah. There's
Also,
something not quite right. He's not telling you the whole truth, or he's just straight up lying.
all right. So is he just lying about not knowing what happened to River? Or is he lying about everything right now?
Everything.
All right. So River goes, and she leans closer to him and she goes, Barney, I think you know me a little bit better than that.
Persuasion.
All right, let's do my ride or die, baby. This dice loves me. It is the only one that respects me. That's a 23.
Barney kind of lets out an audible sigh, a half smile on his face. I know you do, kid.
So tell me what's up. Tell me what's going on.
If I tell you, you can't be mad, all right?
I mean, I can't promise anything. You know my anger problems.
Are we done cleaning up the shop by now?
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
I mean, considering we had
Oswald's gonna walk up and lean on the counter and say, I guarantee you she'll be mad.
He's known a lot about me in the past 48 hours. He's a good dude. He's basically a brother.
That's debatable.
You're my brother. Yeah. Tell me what's up, Barney. I need to know.
He kind of looks around. You remember where the lock on the door is, kid?
Of course I do.
Go lock the door.
Alrighty. River goes and locks the door. Do you want me to switch it to closed?
Yeah, you better.
Alright. She switches the sign to closed and starts walking back to Barney.
Alright. You guys are friends of River's, I'll trust you. There's been some weird shit going on.
Weirder than a guy that can talk to animals and computers?
She goes, Oswald, I did not tell him anything.
I don't care.
I lean over to Oswald and I whisper, so shouldn't I not show him that trick with the slushy?
Do not.
I whisper back and I'm like, do it. It'd be funny. It'd be hilarious. Do it.
River looks at Rodney like, I can't babysit them right now.
Does she do it though?
I consider it and I just shake my head, nah, and then I go back to slurping my slushy.
I call her a wuss.
Why the fuck do you get a slush? What the fuck?
I've been teaching her a few things in terms of just randomly having snacks.
I'm gonna need a cigarette or two, Barney. She points at Rodney.
This is a convenience store. I imagine that there's a slushy machine. So while they were cleaning up, I imagine Remy got a slushy.
I don't think.
Yeah, but you better be paying for that.
I look at Rodney and just bat my eyes. He's got the money.
Give me a persuasion check.
Okay, where's my dice? First of all,
yes. She is the princess. She's the one that's from the Highborn area. Save me. River just goes, Rodney, please babysit them. I can't right now. And Barney, I know I know I'm so sorry about everything. I'm going to need a cigarette. I can't do this right now. He won't let me take a pack, and I'm dying currently.
Barney reaches under the counter. Give me a persuasion check real quick.
Okay, because he also wants River to stop, huh? That was a 23.
He reaches under the counter, pulls out a full pack, puts it on the counter.
Her starts weeping. She goes, "You are the only one that loves me."
Well, you're not gonna love me after this.
Oh, okay, so this is just something to make me not want to be as got it. All right, Rodney, you can't take these. Puts it in her shirt.
Listen, kid. A few weeks back, there was a guy. Can't tell you his name.
There's always guys, and there are always names that can't be told.
I can't tell you his name because I really don't know.
All right.
He paid me in cash.
All right, that's good.
I look at her and I'm like, is it good though?
Yeah, for him, it's great.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm talking about the long term, but continue.
He gave me a number of gold pieces for, rent and to keep my mouth shut,
So
But
he's living here.
Kinda. There are a couple of things about this place you don't really know, River.
Barney, you've known me for over 2 years. You couldn't have just told me, hey, I have a room upstairs that I keep sketchy people in.
It's not really upstairs.
Where is it?
In the sewers.
Gross, why?
Because there's a hidden passage down to the sewers.
Okay.
Look,
All right.
This guy paid me a few gold to let him and his buddies, use the hidden chamber,
That makes it sound like the toilet.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, uh-huh. So, there's a guy in the sewer that paid you a shit ton of money to basically live in the sewer because there's a secret room down there. Is that what I'm getting at?
Yeah. And
Anything weird about this guy? Like, did you get a weird vibe? And she does, like, her quotations around weird vibe.
I mean, his friends wear capes. How much weirder can you get?
And fucking gaylords, am I right?
Kinda. But and then I started talking to some of them, and some of them started making sense.
What do you mean by that?
You kinda have to hear it for yourself.
Well, can we talk to them?
Well, play it with me straight, River. Are you a mutant?
River then is what's behind Barney? What's behind Barney?
A wall?
No, but is it like merchandise on the wall? Like, is it like packs of cigarettes? Is it like chips? Is it like?
Yeah, it's electronic stuff that he tries to keep, behind the counter so that people aren't tempted to steal them without going through him.
Okay, so River then extends her arm and takes like a radio or something he has back there. I don't know, and just extends it and takes it and puts it in, holds her arm back, and she goes, "Is that enough information for you, Barney?"
Side thing, I kind of want to try something with the radio, so can I take it from her?
River gives it to Oswald.
Okay.
Okay. What are you trying to do with the radio?
You know how I can hear what the electronics say?
Yeah.
I just
Something
want
with
to
that
try
radio.
and speak to the radio and have the radio speak back through the speakers so that everybody can hear it and not just me.
Okay. Give me a technology check.
Cool.
While he's doing this, River's just looking at Barney straight in the face.
Man, I got an 8. Today's not my day.
That's okay. I think the dice gods are just mad.
Oh, can't be mad now. I just confused the fuck out of them.
This is why they're mad.
For those listening, I'm on roll 20. I don't have a set of dice or an area to roll dice, so I use roll 20s dice rolling. Whenever I fuck up this many times in a row, I just like roll 500 d20s to get it to like reset, sort of. No wonder they're mad.
This is why you're pissed off, isn't it? But why are you taking it out on me?
Because you let him. All right. So, yeah, River's just staring directly at Barney after she just, like, basically stretched her arm across from him to grab the radio, and then she just handed it to Oswald, because Oswald was basically like, hey, can I have that?
Yeah, and I'll just keep fucking with it in the background while they talk.
Yeah. So, are all of yous guys,
She goes, yes, that one can control water. She's pointing at Remy, but sometimes she can't. She can't think about it. That's the problem. That one can talk to animals, technology, and he can speak all of our languages. And that really cute one right there, the hot one, he can teleport everywhere. Isn't that right, cutie?
Rodney turns red and starts scratching the back of his head and just like, that's me, isn't it?
River's just like, he's so stupid.
I look at Barney dead in the face and I go, told ya.
I'm gonna keep rolling technology checks until this works. I got a 17 that time.
You got a 17. All right, so you're like sitting there fumbling with the radio, like trying to talk to it. And eventually you see the dials start turning. And eventually it just settles on, I'm so excited.
River is like, turns directly at Oswald and goes, why?
It wasn't me. I'm trying to get the radio to talk to prove that I actually have powers. Everything else is in my head.
Oh my god, just
I can see
speak lower.
clearly now the rain is gone.
Are you I look at the radio and I say out loud, are you doing that because you're sentient now?
Merry Christmas, you filthy animal.
All right, I don't know what that was in reference to, but that wasn't me.
River's just staring directly at Barney. She's just like, help me. My life has become a mess in the last 48 hours, my man.
All right, so Barney looks at all of you. Yeah, well, I kind of have a secret too.
Oh my god, Barney, are you one of us? One of us. One of us.
Remy.
Uh-huh.
No, I'm sorry. River.
Yeah, huh?
Aww.
Give me a will save.
Yeah, fuck you.
Oh no, I don't want to do a will.
Well, I have a +3 to it, so I would have been fine.
Oh, I'm a +4. I got a 17.
Okay. Remy, give me a will save.
Oh, okay. Swoop. That is a natural 20, my dude. So a natural 20 +3, so 23.
Oh shit. Oswald, give me a will save.
Yes, ma'am. 9. That's what I get. Karma.
What is Oswald thinking at this exact moment?
He's frustrated because he wants the radio to speak normally. He's like, you stupid fucking piece of shit. Why do you have to go through the channels and, not speak normally? What's wrong with you?
So, Barney looks at you and, hey, kid, you're trying to get a radio to talk normally?
I mean, pretty much.
River like is slowly looking from Oswald to Barney and goes, Barney?
Should I do a roll to see if I understand what's going on?
And he
Like
looks
an
at
insight?
Rodney. And he looks at Rodney and goes, yes, you're the cute one. Calm the fuck down.
She goes, wait, Barney, you can listen to, she like points to her head.
Before she finishes that, Oswald's gonna be like, "Oh, I get it. He's gay." That was his secret, guys. I got it.
River's like about to point to her head and then just falls over, goes, oh my god. Oswald.
What? Just
Barney,
context clues, you know?
Barney, hey, can you listen to thoughts? Is that what you're telling me here?
Yeah, kinda.
Wait, if you can listen to how much of my shit did you get into? She like looks at him.
I mean, I tried not to. I respect your boundaries, kid. But,
Really? How do you know?
You've had a rough life, kid.
Okay, but do you know? Okay, yeah, all right, that's fair. Anyone could look at me and say that, though. Huh. So, they're in the sewers. Can we go into the sewers? Do they like other mutants? What's going on? Quite right there, Barney. You hurt my head. Don't go in there. She like does the thing where she's pointing to her eyes and pointing to his. Like, don't go in there.
No, right now I'm more interested in what the tall, quick drink of water's doing.
I still have like my Slurpee, like I'm still like on my Slurpee straw, and I just subtly like turn my head and just like am looking at this whole thing, and I'm just like
You see Rodney
eating.
is just,
I'm just eating this up, like ooh.
you see
River-
Rodney is just like, okay, so we're going now.
River's like, it's really fun to get them all red and like worked up, huh?
Okay, so we're going now. So where's the sewer entrance?
Yeah, he gets an accent when he's worked up. It's cute.
I don't have an accent.
You do. She like leans up against the counter and it's just like, it looks like she's just shooting the shit with Barney like this whole time.
All right, we're going now before he gets into my deeper thoughts. Oh, honey, I'm already there.
She looks at him and she goes, ooh, what you see? Tell me.
Jesus Christ.
All right, River, we're going. We're going now. Okay.
She looks at Barney and she goes, I will be back. You will tell me what was in his head. She just like nods her head at him and then shoots him a wink and goes, we're going to your sewers. Love you.
I can't let you in there
Why not?
because I don't want you to die, kid.
I mean, she makes her. How big is the store?
About the size of your average 7-Eleven.
So is it 30 feet? I just want to bridge myself across the store.
Yeah, roughly, yeah.
Okay, River goes, I mean, she bridges herself across the store. I'm a bit flexible and a good dodger, and she's a slippery bitch. I think we'll be fine.
So, I just want you to know that Rodney, as we've established, is rather conservative.
Yeah.
You stretch, your clothes don't.
Oh, no.
I immediately run to like cover
Well,
up.
it's her torso. It's her, like, it's just a long torso then. It's not like her tits
Okay.
are showing. It's like,
Okay,
Yeah,
I was
it's
about
just-
to say.
It's just the stomach, but still Rodney's like,
River then bounces back and goes, it was my tummy, dude. Come on. And she like goes up to his face and like lightly slaps him around a little bit. Grow some. And then she like goes, all right, is it like a weird like knock thing? Like how do we, I'm going to go in there even if you don't want me to. You know me by now.
I'm sorry, kid, you're not going in there.
Okay, well, do they have a race tonight?
Yeah.
Guys, we're going to a street race.
Oh, no.
I slide over some money and I'm holding a pack of Oreos.
Yay!
Actually, no, I'm holding 2 packs, and once I pay, I throw one at Remy.
Yay!
That's not a good idea either.
Oh, wait, how many obstacles are at the street race for me, huh? Tell me all of them. And she's like in the doorway, just has one leg up on the door and has the other just planted on the floor. And both of her arms are up in the air, just like having a good time.
Give me a persuasion check.
Persuasion. I have an 18.
You see him kind of weighing his options for a second.
You can either have me in the sewers or on the streets. Which one?
That sounded so wrong.
In
Not
your
the
head,
sexual way
I took
on the
that literally.
like on the zoom on the streets. Why is your head going there? Just get into my head, you'll figure it out. Eh. She like winks at him and goes,
Listen, kid. Are you sure you want to be tussling with these guys?
I mean, we don't really have a choice at this point, unfortunately. The princess over there, we have to find her dad.
Barney looks at you, Remy.
Mm-hmm.
Tall, skinny guy, glasses, wearing a lab coat.
And I like think about it, and I'm just like, about 95% of his wardrobe, yeah.
He kind of fills out the stereotype, doesn't he?
I look at Oswald, and I'm just like, yeah, pretty much. He's walking stereotype of a strong Southern man.
I was gonna say absolute lab nerd, but that works too.
Yeah, I think I'd better let you into the sewers then.
My eyes go wide.
River's just like, I love you, Barney. I love you so much. You make my life so much easier.
You're not getting a cheeseburger.
If I give you money, can I have a cheeseburger?
Well, of course, if you give me money, you can have a cheeseburger.
Then I slide him some money.
He gives you a cheeseburger.
River's just like, you don't even care about me. You don't even love me.
I start eating the cheeseburger.
River's crying.
James, real question.
Mhm.
Do I still have access to my money?
Did you grab your wallet?
Well, like, I'm like wondering if like the phones in the future have like the same like Apple Pay or like Samsung Pay like we do now. So like that's what
Yeah,
I'm
but-
wondering.
The only problem is the lower district doesn't really have that shit.
Okay, so then
more
no, because the
To
only
answer
thing.
to answer your question,
Uh-huh.
yes. So you
But-
would actually have access to your funds.
Okay, so I was like wondering like if they would have cut off my funds or something.
You haven't tried.
Well, so there's that. So I'm guessing like if we go to like the middle district or the upper district, I should probably give that a try.
Mm. However, would Remy know that credits aren't accepted down in the lower
is
district?
Probably not. So she's gonna attempt to pay with credits. She's gonna be like, "For the slushie," and then like come up and like just put her phone down. It's just like, go on, take it. Go on.
Barney
River-
Barney looks at you and
River's
he's
looking at the phone. She's just like, what does that do?
Barney's looking at you and going, Yeah, that's way too much for a slushie.
I'm just like, I like look at him and I'm just like, you swipe it on the card reader. Right over there. The card reader. Just swipe it.
River still has that one copper she found on Xander's floor in Xander's garage and just flicks it towards him and goes, for the slushy.
Barney looks at you, River, and goes, I can see why you call her princess now.
Yeah. She was pretty high up there. Real high in the clouds.
All right, kid, listen up. I'm gonna teach you something here. We down here, we don't take this. We take this, and he holds up the coin. We don't have this kind of technology down here.
I squint my eyes at this and I like hold up my hands to like look at it. Like, is he gonna give it to me to like look at it?
Oh, hell no, he's a business owner.
Well,
Think he's gonna give you money?
I'm just like hoping that would happen because I have something really good planned for her to see money.
Give me a persuasion check and hope that it's high.
I'm looking to see what my persuasion is. Okay. Wow. I have a 16 plus 4, unnatural 20.
Because Barney, she has more money than that copper. Just let her look at it.
I bat my eyes and I held up my hands and I'm like,
He hands you the copper and he's like watching you with eagle eyes.
so I'm like holding it and I'm looking at it and I am so entranced with this because I've never seen this kind of currency before. I feel like no one from the Upper District has dealt with coin currency. Remy is just enamored with it. She's like, this is the most amazing thing I've ever seen in my life. And in all actuality, it's like a penny.
So, for reference, all three of the coins have pretty much the same design. It's just whatever they're made out of.
Yeah.
The head side is just like a fancy looking E surrounded by a circle.
Mm-hmm.
And on the flip side is a cityscape.
It is like the most beautiful thing that Remy has ever like really seen. And I'm just like enamored with it.
So he sees your fascination with it and he's just like, you know what, kid, you can keep it.
And I'm like,
River's just like, don't let her keep it, Barney. Please, we will find more. It's fine. Give him the coin back. Princess, give him the coin back.
I'm just looking at the coin.
It's fine,
I'm
River.
going to the sewer.
It's fine, River. She can have the coin.
I'm going to the sewer. I'm going to the fucking sewer.
All right. So, Barney leads you into the back room where you see it's mostly just blank walls, except for where he has like a cheap desk set up where he does paperwork.
Mm-hmm.
A small safe in the corner, and he reaches over and he flips a switch, and one of the walls lets out a hissing sound like it's unsealing, and swings open, revealing
River looks at him when it's unsealing. She goes, "My man, what the fuck?"
Look, kid. I mean, it makes me money.
I get it, but like, this is dope as shit.
Yeah, it came with the house. It came with the shop. I don't know what the previous owners were doing, you know.
Probably nothing legal.
I mean, I wouldn't doubt if it was like some smuggling shit, but...
So, I just need to know before I go down there, just need to know. You know how, you always told me that Xander gave you a weird vibe, and that you didn't like, you were like, about him?
Yeah?
And she looks at him straight in his face and goes, do you think that he was, and she does like the weird little jazz fingers like indicating like mutant. She goes, do you think he was? Yeah, just a little bit."
Persuasion.
That was a natural 20.
There was a reason I didn't like him.
All
There's
right,
a
not
re-
just River's just like, all right, just not in his head, just all over. It's also in his head, but also all over. Got you. Gotcha.
All right, get out of here. Go save the world or whatever the fuck you're doing.
We're not saving the world. I'm going to destroy this town. Do.
You go, kid.
I walk over to Barney and I'm holding the foil like all balled up after I finish the burger, and I'm like, you got a trash can, or should I just, keep it with me?
He holds out his hand.
I put the foil in his hand.
I'm so upset that he gave Oswald the fucking cheeseburger.
Because I paid for it.
River has that one coin that she paid for Remy Slurpee with.
He gave you a pack of cigarettes. What more do you want?
That's fair. It's in her bra.
Rodney passes by Barney and just, you're not actually gonna tell anyone what was in my thoughts, right? I don't know. Depends how much they pay me.
River's just like, I gotta start saving my coin.
Oswald's right behind you, and he says, yeah, because then you probably could have gotten a cheeseburger if you did that. So just point it out.
River kicks Oswald.
Remy, anything you want to say to Barney before?
What I'm thinking is Remy's gonna go up and just sort of awkward hug him, because this is her chance to possibly see her dad again, and this is an opening, and she's just sort of whispers thank you, and jumps down the hole, I guess.
No problem. That was a loud thud.
That was the sewer door closing.
Definitely shouldn't have slam dunked the foil into the trash can.
You're not going
He
to tell
only
anyone that was in my...
He only ate half the cheeseburger. He's definitely not from the lower district.
Wait, so it is a hole that we're jumping down, yeah?
It's like a passage. It's a very steep passage leading down into the sewers.
All right.
As I'm going down, I hear him say he only ate half the cheeseburger, and I'm like, I like them medium rare.
River's just stop being a little pussy about your cheeseburgers. You could have given the rest to me, asshole.
Well, you didn't ask for it, so I didn't give it to you.
She was sobbing. So you guys
pay attention to that? He was just happy that he has a cheeseburger.
Rodney's just like, I didn't know you liked cheeseburgers so much. I could have made you some.
River then looks at him and goes, what?
I do the thing. You know that picture that Will Smith took with him pointing at his wife?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do that, but Rodney.
This guy.
River's literally just they're literally my favorite food. I never get to have them because they're too pricey down here.
Remy's a half mile down the hole.
Do you think we should stop her, or do you think evolution will find her and just whop her?
Let's see how this goes. I'm kind of...
All right, cool.
So you guys make it down the passage, and I need everyone to give me a perception check.
I got a 5 + 2, so 7.
I got a
Okay.
17.
Fuck you.
Okay. Rodney and River, you both hear talking not far away as you guys are exiting the passage into kind of a stone corridor perpendicular to the passage you guys just came down.
All right. So, how far away is Remy from us?
I feel like, was it dark in here?
Not really. It's actually fairly well lit.
Okay, so I feel like she was walking, but she was walking at somewhat of a fast pace because she's like anxious now to go see her dad, but I feel like she probably didn't get too far. She probably was walking for like a solid like minute or two before you guys followed.
All right. Can River then like stretch out her hand to stop Remy for a second so they can listen to the voices?
So give me gonna call it a dexterity check. Remy, are you going to stop River from grabbing you at all?
No, I feel like she's so determined right now since she's not hearing these voices. She's not going to notice hands coming up and trying to stop her.
Okay, it's such a simple maneuver. You just reach out, grab Remy, like on the shoulder, and just kind of pull back just enough that Remy knows, hey, stop.
Okay.
I stop. I'm not going to be that asshole who tries to keep walking.
Okay. River, you hear it's mostly just idle chatter, but there are a lot of voices.
Okay. Like, am I able to make out how many there are, or do I just know there's a bunch?
There's a bunch. You can't make out how many. It's kind of like it sounds like a crowd kind of gathered and they're just idly chattering until whatever they're waiting for happens.
All right. River looks over at Rodney and then like points to her ear like, do you hear that? Like, do you hear a lot of people too, or is it just me?
Rodney nods. He hears it too.
All right, cool. She gives him a thumbs up, and she like is walking. She's still walking when she does this. So soon, her arm just like is normal length and is next to Remy, and she's just looking at Remy, and she's like whispering. She goes, "I wonder how many people are actually in here." Also, then she looks over at Rodney real fast. Also, did all these people pay Barney, or is Barney getting chipped?
I just shrug my shoulders, and Remy's like in intense thought mode because she's like remembering all of the stories that her parents told her about the sewers, and something sort of clicked after, I'm assuming, River pointed out to her in the midst of you need to be quiet, the voices.
Oh yeah, no, she definitely pointed to her ear, listen.
So she's starting to remember the whole the police force and the government basically forced all of the mutants underground into the sewers, and now it's starting to hit her head.
Oswald, Rodney does the same thing to you. He kind of tells you to listen. You can hear the voices now too.
Okay. I sort of crouch down and focus.
Okay.
So should I roll to see how well I remember that, James?
Yeah, give me an intellect check.
Okay. Intellect. Oh God, where is it? Right there. So, oh wow, I only have a +1 to that. I got a 10 + 1, so 11.
That's about all you really remember. You remember a little bit about the mutation war, about how the police and the sort of militia drove the so-called super mutants underground. And there are still rumors that they are thriving in the sewers today.
I'm just gonna mental check that and keep that to myself and just be a little bit more on my guard.
River then whispers to the rest of the gang really, really low. She's like, should we go toward the voices?
Remy just shakes her head no. Nope. Mm-mm. Nope.
Do we
She
really
looks over.
know that these guys are bad, though?
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. River looks over at Remy, who's shaking her head, and she goes, "You control water. You control everything in here right now."
Yes, but from what my daddy and my mama told me about these guys, they are not to be messed with. They basically leveled 3 city blocks with a snap of their fingers. These guys
Remy,
are
Remy,
awful.
Remy, you could do that right now. Do you
I
realize
chime
you're
in
the
and I'm
same as
like-
them?
I can
chime in
barely
and I'm
push
like,
water.
Oh my god. Such
I
a
look at them and I'm like, to be fair, that is kind of cool that they leveled 3 blocks.
River does like a clicking motion, like going. that is kind of cool. River's is like, okay, to be honest, they might be like, cool, new mutants. We didn't think we would see new mutants. And they'll be like, you should join our club. And we'll be like, what's your club? And then we can infiltrate.
Well, also,
My
Barney
God.
wouldn't have let us in here if he didn't think that we could handle it.
River also went, but Barney also felt bad for me and let me in because he knew I was going to go to that street race where I'm pretty sure my ex and a whole bunch of other people that want me dead were going to be there. So it was either this or the other.
Rodney
I like-
looks at you, River, and is just like, how many people want you dead?
All right, so she puts both of her hands on her waist and she looks up to the ceiling like she's thinking about it. She goes, all of Xander's gang, because I just kind of ghosted out of there and they like worship him. There was this, I'm pretty sure Candy wants me dead, but I'm not too fucking sure about her. I think she just wanted Xander. She can fucking have him. He's a whore. There was this dude named Zeke who I dated for like 3 months. He locked me in an apartment. I'm pretty sure if he found me, he would like want me again. It's weird. Everyone at the street race that I stole money from I won that money. They're just mad that a little girl beat them. Barnabas is cool. Barnabas likes me. A lot of my old foster families wanted me dead because I almost outed them of being complete assholes to the kids. Do you need more? I don't.
So, while you're explaining this, Oswald, I need you to give me a perception check.
Oh, this never goes well. Oh, never mind.
Oh, woo!
Dirty.
Sweet.
Oswald, you see at the end of the hall 2 people walking past,
Oh.
wearing capes,
Oh.
their hoods down, but they look vaguely familiar.
Do they look like the guys that tried to kill me in my apartment?
No,
Where do I remember
They-
them from then?
there's kind of a familial sense to them.
I just kind of mindlessly start walking towards them.
River goes, Oswald, where the fuck are you? Okay.
Okay.
Remy just like brings a face to her head and like just like slowly moves her tongue down and just like and follows after him.
River is literally going, you literally are a super mutant. You can control all the oceans. If you get strong enough, it'll be like whoosh and everyone will be like dead.
And I'm like walking fast behind Oswald and I just like look at her and I'm just like, I've had these for 2 days.
Yeah, think of how much stronger you'll be in like 3 years.
While
I
they're
can barely move a water bottle.
while they're arguing, how far away am I from them? Like the 2 people.
The 2 people, they're walking fairly slowly, so if you're walking at a brisk pace or even jogging, you can catch up to them pretty quickly.
I stop and I yell silver.
River stops. She's just like, what the fuck did he just do?
I'm like frozen, like basically like 2 steps behind him, and I'm just like frozen, like just watching what's gonna happen.
After I yell silver, I say, I know who you are. Turn around. I need to see your faces.
They both turn.
Is it them?
It is them.
Hell, James.
Except River and Remy don't know that, so I walk up to both of them and I say, do you have any idea who I am?
Oswald, what are you doing? River's just like, does he know them?
I ignore both of them.
They both look at you, turn to each other, and look back at you. Are you a new recruit?
No. My name happens to be Oswald Silver.
Give me a perception check.
19.
Oh.
They don't recognize the name.
James, what the fuck did you just do? James, this is not okay.
Let me ask you this. Did you have a child roughly 20 years ago?
They look at each other. Yes.
And did you or did you not leave that child to go out on a date night and then never come back?
They kind of look at each other, and you can see confusion. There is a lot of confusion on their face. They pause for a very long moment.
It's probably because they remember.
Your father turns back to you, and there's a hint of remembrance in his eyes. Oswald?
You left. I didn't have anybody there. I had to figure everything out on my own because both of you left.
River's like slowly walking up behind Oswald, like she understands kind of what's going on, but like it's in her nature to be like, he's not okay. I'm going to be around in case something happens.
And I'm standing like directly behind him and I'm hearing all of this go down and I'm just standing like very meekly behind him like, what's going on? Like just stand like, but not like I don't say anything, but like that's like the look on my face. Like I'm trying to understand what's going on.
Can River look at them, and because she can like obviously see the turmoil on Oswald's face, so he's like needing a moment. River goes, do you know, I'm curious now. Hadley?
Who?
So no Hadleys here.
Not a name I recognize.
Cool.
Back to me. I'm
Thanks.
the focus.
No, you are. I was giving you a moment to think. Go ahead.
I just look at both of them and I say, why?
You can see confusion. Your mother has not looked any other way other than confused this whole time. Your father looks at you. We left.
And then you magically forgot about your own son.
Oswald, I think something happened to them.
I just ignore her.
How long?
It's been years. It's been over 20 years. I had to fight my way to get to where I am now.
Your mother looks up at your father. Will, what's going on?
I don't trust this at all, so I'm gonna like lightly touch Oswald's arm and like just whisper to him, like, I understand this is a moment, but we need to go. Something is not sitting right here. We need to leave.
River's like nodding her head and agreeing with Remy.
Oswald just sighs. He waits for a response from his dad.
Your father looks at his wife, looks very confused, and then kind of a blank stare comes over his face, and he looks back at you. Are you coming for the speech?
Yes, we're coming for the speech. Can you show us where it is?
Certainly.
Rivers basically takes Oswald's hand and is just holding it and is kind of looking at him like, it's okay, dude. There's something going on with them. There's something going on. We have to know what's going on to help them.
He just doesn't show any emotion. He's just stone-faced, like, let's figure this out.
Okay. Your parents turn around and start walking toward the voices.
We follow.
Okay.
Remy's gonna take a fucking second because that was intense. That was intense. Remy's gonna take a fucking moment and then she's gonna quietly follow them. Because Remy has a feeling that there is something is off here. It doesn't feel right. And it just feels off to her. She does not I don't trust this.
Yeah, River doesn't trust this either. River also agrees that something's going on. Nothing is quite okay with this. However, she also knows that this is the only way to get where they need to go. And in the end, we will end up saving Oswald's parents. So...
Okay.
So I guess I'm following last behind everybody else because Remy is trying to understand what just happened.
Rodney comes up, puts a hand on Oswald's shoulder. We don't have to go in there.
You know what they say. Curiosity killed the cat, but satisfaction brought it back. Let's figure out what's going on.
You take
River.
point. Rodney looks at Oswald, takes his hand off his shoulder, and you take point.
I do. I start walking towards the voices.
Okay. Rodney
Again.
follows.
I'm gonna take up the rear because something in the back of Remy's mind is just knocking, and she's basically lightly tapping her head like she's trying to remember what it was.
Mm-hmm.
There's just something there, and it's she knows that she heard it, but it was so long ago and she's trying so hard to remember it, so she's not really paying attention but just walking and following. She's there but she's thinking in the recesses of her mind what is it?
Okay. You guys are led by Oswald following his parents to a set of ornate double doors, which they push open and walk in, almost as if they had forgotten that you were following them. You guys enter, and it's kind of like an auditorium. There's a stage in the center of the chamber. You can see makeshift chairs, benches all around the room. Water, you hear water. And if you look, you can see miniature waterfalls at several points of the room. It's almost like it's a central chamber for the sewer.
River looks at Remy and is looking at the waterfalls and points at them.
She's too focused in just trying to get this thing out of the recesses of her mind. It is bothering her that she can't remember this.
All right. So what are you guys doing?
So in this situation, River would look at Rodney and look at Oswald, who's in emotional turmoil, by the way. And she'd be like, act cool?
When we get to the room, I just kind of like hold my hand out and block them from going, and I'm like, let's just wait by the door, just in case we need to get out quick.
Okay.
River's like, that's fair.
Okay. So you hear the idle chatter. It's nothing, what few conversations you can make out. It's nothing more than, how's the weather? How's the kids? How's the wife? Etc. It's just idle chit chat.
Right.
You guys wait for what feels like a while. And then yeah.
I was just going to say, if River can distinctly, like, out of all the chatters, distinctly know what people are talking about, not like just idle chatter, like, hey, it's cool to see blah, blah, blah doing this speech today or whatever.
Give me I'm going to call it a perception check.
Okay. I got 26.
My God.
I love my perception.
I know.
We talk about it every episode, and also I'm using the one dice that respects me.
I know, but like it always just astonishes me.
No particular, there isn't a proper name that is given out.
Okay.
But you do hear talk of someone that a lot of conversations are talking about the leader.
All right.
There's no actual proper name.
Okay. All right. So River takes in that information and is just like waiting for this thing to start. Then I guess.
Okay. You guys wait for what feels like a while longer, and then suddenly the lights start to dim, almost like a movie theater just before the movie's about to play.
Sweet.
And in the center, pretty much center stage, you see a puff of smoke.
River just whispers, "Ooh, yeah."
I immediately thought in my head, like, oh, a magician.
Wow.
I like how River is going, ooh, theatrics. And Remy's like, ooh, magician.
No, it's not Remy. That's straight up Elena. Elena was like, oh, magician.
Jesus.
The black smoke lingers for a lot longer than it should, and then starts to take a shape, and then takes another shape. And you see a cloaked man form from the black smoke, hood pulled so far forward that a shadow is cast over his face. And beside him, you see a man tied to a rickety-looking chair.
Oh, no.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, no.
Battered,
No.
bruised,
Mm-hmm.
bloodied, clothes torn. Remy,
Mm-hmm.
you recognize your father.
I feel like she still isn't like really like noticing. Like she's just attempting to think about this thing so hard and it's driving her crazy. So she's like half paying attention to this. And Oswald and River don't know what her dad looks like. So they can't stop her and be like, hey, yo, that's your dad.
Okay, but this is what River does. She sees the guy on the chair and starts slapping Remy's arm. Like, is that him?
I'm sorry, but Remy is not paying attention to this. She's like,
Even if she's slapping your arm, like, hey.
no, there's something crawling, and she's like inching towards this, and she's like about to get it. And she almost snaps at you, like, hold on. Like, she almost snaps at you.
River looks at Rodney like, is that him?
As you look at Rodney, you see he is tense.
River goes, oh, that's him.
You see jaw set, fists clenched, muscles like bulging, like he is ready to fight something.
Yep, that's him. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oswald just nods.
River's like trying to hold him back a little bit. She's just like, I'll do it right now. This is filled with mutants. We would not survive.
The cloaked man looks up and starts turning so that he can take a look at his audience. My brethren, I welcome you here today, as we have an honored guest among us. A man who thinks he can control us, who thinks that we need to be controlled. My brethren, I introduce Professor Augustus Lancaster. And he reaches over, grabs a tuft of his hair, and pulls it back.
River's like holding onto Rodney, like, mm-mm.
And that is when Remy's head snaps to attention and is just like in shock. Like, in her mind, is going through shock and is just like utterly still.
Mm-hmm.
River then looks over at Remy while she's holding Rodney and going, you now fucking see it. You fucking see it now? You're fucking out of your fucking little princess mind? You're back? Welcome.
My brethren, the man you see before you was to unveil his greatest discovery to date. How to control mutant kind. How to safely control our powers. He wanted to domesticate us, to turn us into pets. This will not stand.
Remy grabs the, like, assume that there's like chairs or something, like almost like an auditorium.
Mm-hmm.
Or is it like standing?
There's benches and chairs.
Imagine that Remy grabs, like, she like sort of like leans closer and is like holding onto like the bench in front of her and is digging her nails into either the cushion or the wood.
Okay.
River is going to do the high school way of getting out of shitty auditoriums. And is there like, it's going to be a long shot. It's fine. Any like alarm system or something?
Give me a perception check.
It's probably
I mean,
gonna no.
It's a sewer, so I'd be surprised if there was.
Mm-hmm.
I got 24.
You look around and there doesn't seem to be anything that you can pull, anything that you can set off an alarm to create a distraction.
Yeah, I figured. All right. Well, is there anything This is the point where James is like, I fucking hate you so much, Allie. Is there anything that I could kind of sneakily, like, hang on from the ceiling like a spider monkey?
The ceiling is pretty much just smooth stone.
Okay.
Again, it's a sewer.
Yeah, but there could be, like, they could have dressed it up with, like, chandeliers or whatever.
Are there any, like, computer, like, consoles anywhere nearby?
Probably not.
It's a sewer.
Yeah, but they set up shop here. There's gotta be, like, some
See,
sort
I'm not the only one. Kyle also thought, well, they set up shop here, so...
Yeah, but there wouldn't be any outlets or anything that would be available unless they're like riggings. Now that I think about it, that'd just be like you see like a bunch of cables coming out of Barney's shop. And it's like all connected, and people are just like, "Hey, Barney, where does that like huge ass cable go?" "Oh, the sewers." "Why?" "I don't know."
So, the only thing electrical in this room that you can really see, Oswald, is some loudspeakers kind of haphazardly hooked up to amplify the leader's voice.
All right, so this is what River's gonna do, and everyone's gonna hate her for it, and I don't really care. River is going to look at everyone who's like watching this go down, and she's gonna start slowly going into the crowd of people. Just try to immerse herself more in there.
Give me a stealth check.
Okie dokie.
I'm gonna do what she's doing, actually.
Okay.
I got a 23.
Okay.
Stealth too.
Yeah.
19.
Ooh.
You both blend into the crowd pretty easily. Okay. Are you trying to get closer to the stage, either of you, or just trying to get into the crowd?
I am. I'm definitely trying to get closer to the stage.
Okay. Remy, you're still just kind of gripping that chair.
Yeah, I ain't doing shit. Elena wants to fucking metagame and move Remy, but Remy ain't going nowhere.
Okay. The leader does another spin, like another walk around the stage to look at his audience. What, my brethren, shall we do with this mundane human who dares to think he can domesticate us? And you hear shouts from the audience. Mostly boos, hisses, a few people who are yelling, "Kill him! Kill him!"
River in her head is going, "Oh, most certainly do not kill him." I have an idea. It's not a good idea,
Okay.
and I apologize in advance. What if River became the Daphne right quick?
Elaborate.
You know how Daphne is always the one to get captured?
Uh-huh.
Not to get into where she needs to be, she gets in where she needs to be.
What are you doing?
River's gonna look at the person next to her, who I'm going to guess is screaming, "Kill him!"
Yeah.
And-
It's like a mid-20s woman yelling, screeching, "Kill him!"
River looks at her and goes, "Calm down, Karen. I think killing him is a little bit much, don't you?"
Give me an annoying people check.
Ah, yes.
I got a 14.
She looks at you. Excuse me. But that human is the reason why we hate them.
Okay, but theoretically, what if his daughter is a mutant and he was actually doing it to kind of like get in with the human society, and then he was gonna make us rise up? Never know. You ever tested him if he maybe, had something?
Am I near River?
I expected you to be on the other side.
That's up to you. Were you following River or were you going your own way?
I'd say I was following, and I come up behind and I'm like, you guys never really asked him questions, did you?
And what questions would you ask of this human?
Hey, yo, man, you got any powers?
Yeah, like maybe something along the lines of, do you hate mutants? That's, direct. It answers your question right there. Just putting it out there.
She scoffs and goes back to yelling, "Kill him!"
Okay, we got a major Karen.
I tap her on the shoulder one more time and I'm like, excuse me, does your name happen to be Karen?
Excuse you?
Just asking.
It's either that or Becky.
Or is it Carol? You look like a Carol.
It's Carol. Thank you very much.
Don't tell me your last name is
Don't do it. Do not do it, Kyle. Kyle, do not do it.
Is your last name Basket by any chance?
Are you making fun of me?
No, why would I make it? You know what? Never mind. I just wanted to ask a question and now you're getting offended.
All right, so this is what River does. She sprints towards the stage. Go for it.
You know what? Oswald's not in his right mind, clearly. He's gonna jump on the stage.
River was gonna do that.
You can do it too and sort of back me up, but
Cunt.
Both of you give me an athletics check.
it's not that high off the ground.
It's a little high off the ground.
You guys are still trying to get through the crowd.
I got a 10.
I got 14.
Okay, so you both make it. River, you make it a second before Oswald does, just because you were closer.
River goes, heh.
And who might you be?
Your worst nightmare, motherfucker.
No, hey, calm down. We're not here to kick his ass.
River just starts laughing. It's like, this is the best day of my life.
I look at the guy and I'm like,
her mind. She's slowly.
I pinch the bridge of my nose. I look at the guy and I'm like, look, I had a lot of realizations today. I just recently found something out about my family, one of those where people are always like, oh, my condolences sort of thing. Question though. I just asked somebody in your crowd, did you ask this man any questions? I understand that he's a human, you hate humans, I get it. I'm not trying to say that that's invalid. But
No, humans are absolute dog shit. I can.
I look at I look at River. I'm like, not helping.
They are.
I turn back to the guy, completely disregarding what she said, and I'm like, I'm not saying you're wrong, but did you ask him questions?
River then goes, let's theoretically say his daughter is a mutant, and
I tell her to shut up. I'm like, let me talk.
fuck you.
We're talking.
Fuck you.
I got this.
Fuck
If
you.
I need you to come in, I'll signal, okay?
Fuck you.
I pinch the bridge of my nose again.
He answered all of my questions with his research.
Yeah, but did you ask him the questions?
As you can tell, we gave him extensive questioning.
Nah, it looks like you just beat him up.
Like a lot.
Yeah. I don't see much talking and beating up. But
Call it
Let me-
aggressive negotiations.
sure, we'll go with that. But can I ask this man a question real quick before we decide to group murder this man? Can I ask him a question?
Group murder.
Give me a persuasion check.
As soon as Oswald says group
Damn
murder,
it.
by the way, you just hear River crack up.
I got a 6. God damn it. Why can't rolls be good?
I think he's had enough questions.
Okay, well, what about something like a fair trial? I don't know. I'm just speaking rationally here.
Oswald, can I do it now? Can it be my turn? Can you
I hold my finger up.
A fair trial, eh?
Yeah, like, maybe he was doing that research that he didn't actually want to do it. Did you ever think of that? Like under duress sort of thing?
I believe that a fair trial calls for a jury, does it not?
Yes, but your jury seems a little biased. So
As they're screaming, kill him!
yeah, right.
Kill them!
Kill him, and I'm like palm upwards, kind of like moving my hand across the stage, like they're a little bit biased. So
Remy, what are you doing?
yeah, what's he doing in the background? Well, we're just kind of stalling.
So,
We were just like,
in
"Get on the
my
stage."
mind, how I saw this entire scene playing out was that we were going to watch my father die.
Nope.
You
That
forgot
is-
me and Allie were here, didn't you?
Yes.
We were being assholes.
I forgot that you guys don't know how to be serious sometimes.
Well, no, I'm just trying to stall, and I'm trying to get them to possibly see, like,
To
hey.
be 100% honest, River would have done the same thing, and I know it because she was like, "Get on the stage, motherfucker!" in my head. So
Hey,
yeah, that
hey,
is going through my
Hey,
head.
Elena,
Uh-huh.
welcome to Tabletop RPGs.
So, like, that was, like, in my mind, and it was gonna be, like, the whole, like, Rodney and River and Oswald were gonna have to be like, guys, we need to get her out of here. And then me watching my dad die, like, be executed, and then I just drown everybody. That is what I imagined. What was gonna go down.
unfortunately, you now have two assholes.
Unfortunately, I'm in a podcast with two dicks.
So Rodney looks at you, Remy. I'm assuming you haven't moved.
No, James, can I do, like, a roll to see if I, like, is it wood or is it a cushion? What am I gripping?
You're gripping like a wooden bench.
Okay, can I check to see if my fingers are bloody?
Give me a strength check.
Because I am gripping the fuck out of this thing. And wood is splintery.
Give me a strength check.
I had to stop that with my titties. I got a 7 + 1, so an 8.
No, you're not quite strong enough. You're just kind of white-knuckled gripping this bench.
Okay.
Rodney kind of looks at you, and he has a slight grin on his face.
At us being dicks.
Hey, Remy.
Mm-hmm.
We need a distraction.
And I imagine at this point, that's when those two are up there and they're doing like their whole thing. And I'm just like that?
No. We need a distraction for the distraction.
Wait, do we have comms? Can we hear this or no?
River doesn't take off the watch that she got from
Yeah,
Data.
I didn't take off the watch either. Like,
But I imagine that it's so loud in here that like it probably might not register.
No, we were able to talk in the club, and that was a
Yeah.
smaller space with louder music.
Actually, if you guys are paying attention,
Mm-hmm.
you're not even hearing each other in the comms.
Oh.
They probably have a jammer of some sort.
Yeah, I'm betting it's like a blackout room.
Yeah.
You guys are also underground.
Yeah, but considering that this is a mutant society, I imagine it. Well, one, it's underground, but like two, I imagine they would have some form of like dampening equipment, so like people can't send signals out to like stuff like that. So like I am just like looking at Rodney, and I like let go of the bench, and I just like squeeze my fingers to get some form of blood back running into them. I'm just like, what do you have in mind?
Rodney leans in, kind of puts his arm around your shoulders, and starts pointing to the waterfalls.
I knew that's how they were gonna let them die from sewage, Elena says.
You can do this, champ. I believe in you. And Rodney kind of gets into a running pose.
It's like, I'm gonna have to scoop these assholes.
So
At this point, Oswald up on the stage, he's kind of like, I mean, it's not like we are lacking for time. We have time for a trial. It's not like anybody with super speed can come and get this guy out of here. You know?
So I imagine
River is like, oh my god, that was the most subtle. There's probably like 80 people in here. Super sweet.
You see like 3 people like who know they have super speed just kind of looking at each other like, I'm not gonna help that guy. Are you? I'm not gonna help that guy. Are you working against us? What the fuck is
Why?
going on?
Why is he doing that? If I do, I'm going to point at them and be like, you suck. All of you suck.
River, while she's up there, goes, wait. While we're talking about this, how many people can do this? And she whips her arm like on those CrossFit ropes.
oh my god. We need to learn how to be serious in these moments.
This is how Kyle
Me saying that, Oswald saying that as loud as he did, though, like, he was trying to tell Rodney that's what he was playing.
We know.
Okay.
We know.
Rodney's
River-
just looking. If you look at Rodney's like, you motherfucker, I'm working on it. He just has this look on his face like, you motherfucker, give me a second.
Oh,
Like, can anyone else do this? I'm very concerned.
You see one guy's arm like extend like 3 feet in the air. I can.
Like, my man!
So I imagine at this moment, Remy, like, I do a lot of like painting word pictures here, guys. You guys just got to deal with this. So I imagine, you know how like in the Hunchback of Notre Dame when he's like holding on to like the chains and he's like pulling down the church in the Disney movie.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Like, I imagine she's like holding out her hands just like that, and she's like just looking dead center at her dad, and she's channeling so much rage, so much annoyance, so much heartache from everything that has happened over the past 48 hours, and then just like is thinking, and then like shuts everything out and only hears like the water. And then she turns both of her hands like from the wrists and just like, I need to like actually do it in order to explain. Like her, like both of her hands just turn like in a quick motion, just like a whoop, and then their fists, and then she just yanks like she's yanking chains, and just water just boosh.
All right. So we'll see if that happens. I need you, because this is a lot of water.
This is a lot of water, and I can't control that much water, but I'm imagining because I'm
Give me,
in a rage that this might work.
Elena.
Yeah.
Give me a will save.
A will save. Okay, I have a +3 to will,
with advantage.
With advantage!
Ooh. Oh my god.
Okay, so the first roll was an 11 +3, so that's a 14.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, dice! Hey! Oh! Yes, a 19 +3. That's a 22, baby.
Nice.
So, Oswald and River, you
Being
see,
clowns on stage.
you see out of the corner of your eye, you see Remy stand up straight, put her arms out, look like she's grabbing something.
As she's doing that, hold on. As she's doing that, I'm gonna like lean over to River and be like, "Is she doing what I think she's doing?"
And River goes, we should run.
Okay.
Prepare to be
And
shadowed on,
she-
bitches!
I want to do something
pulls.
cool before you finish
Okay.
this.
Okay.
It's like Oswald.
You know it's cool when Kyle can't get it out.
He loves being theatrical and shit. So he looks at the guy in the hood, and he really hopes that Rodney can hear this. He's like, now, the only thing that I would want from a trial is that it be over in a blink. And then I wink at him and start running.
River
You see Remy pull, and water starts flooding down the auditorium. As if in slow motion, this is how Rodney sees it. Rodney runs.
And I imagine you just hear Remy just belting out this blood-curdling scream in slow motion.
That's a natural 20 for Rodney.
Nice.
Oh,
hot.
yes!
So he's fucking out of there. That's good.
Rodney runs, grabs he stops, grabs Professor Lancaster, quickly undoes the knots, grabs him, grabs River, kind of throws her over his shoulder, grabs Oswald, pauses for a second, looks at you and goes, "You son of a bitch," and runs.
I look at him and I'm like, but it was cool though.
River over Rodney's shoulders, just going, "Fuck your auditorium."
This is all happening literally in the blink of an eye. And Rodney stops where Remy is and puts down Remy and Oswald, keeps holding Professor Lancaster, River and Oswald, sorry. puts down River and Oswald, looks at Remy as he turns around. All of you turn around and watch as water just floods the auditorium.
So 2 things. 1, I'm going to turn to Rodney and say, just get him to the car. We'll get out when we can. Just go.
You see everyone is kind of filing out through the many entrances, trying to avoid the water. Whoever can withstand the torrent that they're getting hit with. The
River
leader
puts her hands up and goes, I can't swim.
The leader looks around and he finally sees you. He finally sees the group. And you see he lifts his head just enough that the shadow doesn't cover his mouth. He has a grin on his face as he turns to smoke and disappears.
Remy is going to have that
power.
Remy's going to have that grin burned into her fucking head.
River's just like, he's gonna kill us.
But seriously though, why couldn't I get that power? Like, I talk to animals. There's not much I can do with that.
You have 2 lizards.
Great, I can hear what they're thinking, but I want to turn to smoke.
Remy, come on. You did
she's
good, princess. You did good, princess. Daddy's little champ. Now come on.
She's
I turn to Rodney and I'm like, why are you still here?
she's like still in like that sort of stance. Like she's like trying to get as much water in here as possible. Like she is like her anger is just gone, and she like half wants to run after this dude, but like she doesn't know where he went. So like she wants to so bad to get him, but she can't. So like I imagine she like puts her arms down and is just like immediately like slumps over, because that probably took a lot out of her. I imagine she has like +5 to injuries now.
So, speaking of, Remy, as you release your power, give me a toughness check.
A toughness? Okay, I only have +2 to that. It's not good. Boop. Oh my god, I got a fucking 19, so 21.
You feel fine. You feel better than fine. You feel great. Like you just saved your daddy.
River's literally going, Remy, come on! Ah!
So I imagine like everybody's basically out of the auditorium, and I'm like sort of like half like walking out of there, like looking around for this dude, and then I just book it after them. Like book it after the rest of the group.
Yeah, whoever didn't get hit by the torrent is gone. Whoever did, which was a good 2/3 of them, is down by the stage trying to catch their breath, coughing up water, and or looking around like, what the fuck just happened?
Do it. You're drinking poopy water.
Does Oswald see his parents at all?
They... Give me a perception check.
Forgot where perception was on the thing. 13.
They were 2 of those that were hit by the torrent. So they're like in the second row trying to help each other up.
I guess in Oswald's mind, they've been like kind of quote unquote dead for his whole life. So he's like, he knows that he could get them back, but it's not worth risking himself and possibly his friends to try and help them out of that. So he's just going to hope that they can get out.
Okay. So Rodney is, as soon as he sees Remy let up on our powers, he's gone. He's got the professor and he's gone.
Good. I told him to get out of here.
River goes, Princess, we have to get out of here now.
Mm-hmm.
And Again, Remy is probably the last one to get out of this room for their group because she's looking for this dude. Like, she's ready to drown him in sewage.
I walk up to Remy and I, hands on both shoulders, me in her face, like, did you not see him turn to smoke? He's gone. Let's go.
She's going. She's going.
All right.
River's like running down the hallway. She's just like, time to go. It is time to go time.
Is
How fast?
still gonna be up there? Is Barney still gonna be up there when we get back?
Oh yeah, Barney is where you guys, not quite where you left him, but he's behind the counter.
I go up to him when we get up there, and I'm like, you know when you kick a beehive and it pisses all the bees off?
The fuck did you do?
So
We
much.
kicked the beehive. Actually, no. Remy flooded the beehive.
Remy destroyed the beehive.
Yeah. You're gonna have to move shop or just come with us. So, whichever one you want to do.
He
I
looks at,
imagine as they get up there, you just see sewage water starting to come out from the back room.
I told you
You-
she controlled water.
he looks over and goes, "Oh, that's gonna take weeks to get that smell out."
Wait, before we leave, before he gives his answer, do I notice any bags of like family-sized bags of Doritos in or around?
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
All right, I'm gonna grab one before he answers, and just be like, "Are you coming or not?"
He looks at the sewage, looks back at you, looks into the direction of where, you guys just came from. You sure you want me to come with you?
Honestly, yeah, it's up to River in the end, but I don't think you want to drown in literal shit. So,
I think the water is gonna stay down there in the hole. I think it's just gonna come up a little bit. Barney, it's really up to you. It's really more for your safety at this point, but if you feel like you can handle yourself, you can stay here. I just don't want anything bad to happen to you.
He thinks about it for a minute. I can take care of myself, kid.
Yeah, I bet you can, bud. Although, if I do come back and you are gone, I want the shop to be in your will for me. Thanks.
Hey, River,
Yeah.
give me a dex save. Give me a dexterity check.
Oh, no. What was my dex? Oh. I got 21 because this dice respects and loves me.
You catch what he throws, which is a cheeseburger and another pack of cigarettes.
River sobs. Just
I want to make it clear I have no intention of paying for this bag. So, I'm gonna roll a sleight of hand.
Okay, go for it.
It's gotta be high.
19.
That's high.
He doesn't notice.
Good. All right, I'm out of there. I'm in the car. I'm like, River, let's go.
Hey, River's gonna make. I love you, Barney. Please don't let anything bad happen to you. You still have the gun underneath the counter, right?
Yeah, kid.
Yeah, you're definitely gonna have to use that. I love you. Bye.
I love you too, kid.
Aww, so cute.
And as the door closes, you hear. All right, and you guys, I'm guessing you guys are making your way back to the car.
Yep.
Yeah.
As you guys exit the building, Rodney is already pulling up. Get in.
River like swings herself in.
Is one of are any of it's a open top, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I dolphin dive into the car.
I love that we can't be serious about something for like 10. Like, there was that serious moment with Oswald and his parents, but after that, it was just like, we're gonna fuck this up.
He's over it now. Like, he understands that their memory was fucked with, so.
Mm-hmm. All right. Remy, I guess you're in the car.
Yeah.
Okay. Rodney, like, puts the car in idle, looks at River. I can't drive as fast as you.
You can't, you're right. And she's like, can I get in that? Are we just gonna switch? What are we doing?
Yeah, switch. And he just awkwardly switches seats with you.
River's like, yes. And she like quickly fixes the seat because Rodney's taller than her, and she goes, I'm small. And then she like puts it into like gear, and she just goes, hold on, bitches.
I'm guessing me and Remy are in the back seat, and is the professor in the back seat too?
The professor's kind of in the middle.
Okay.
He's like strapped to the top of the car.
She looks.
Can
she
I
like
do...
looks over.
He's,
She looks
he's
over at the
strapped to the hood
professor.
of the car.
He's too tall and lanky. We gotta strap him to the top of the car.
Where's that voice?
One, it's an open top, and two, as River is zooming off, Remy, you look over, and you see your father sitting next to you.
I imagine that I have like his head like on my chest, and I'm like have my head on top of his, and I'm just like touching his hair, and I'm just like petting his head almost, because like I imagine he's like probably passed the fuck out.
Oh yeah, he is not conscious.
I was gonna say, can I do like a treatment or like a medicine check to see if I can figure out like how bad he is and if there's anything I can do about it in the moment?
Yeah, give me a treatment check.
Okay. 7. I don't know shit.
He's pretty banged up.
Yeah.
I would do one, but I'm driving, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. He is not conscious, but you do, as you're like running your fingers through his hair, you feel it is matted. It is, it is not the soft hair that you remember. It is matted. It is sweaty. It is bloody. It is. His entire person is just bad.
Yeah, Remy's probably whispering in his ear, like, just all sorts of, like, it's gonna be okay, like, we're almost there, and Data's gonna fix you right up, and then it's just, like, going through, like, that whole thing, like, hoping he can hear her.
Okay.
River is. How freaked out is Rodney by River's driving?
You know when a parent gets in the car with a kid and they're teaching them how to drive and they're like gripping anything they possibly can?
Absolutely.
The Jesus bar.
Yeah, that's how he is kind of, but he's also a little bit more relaxed than the last time he had you drive. But he's still gripping something like, oh my god, we're gonna die.
River's like, no, we're fucking aren't. She's just like making sharp turns and shit.
We're gonna die. This is how I die. It's not gonna be back in that auditorium. It's gonna be right fucking here. Yeah, so...
Can someone get a hold of Data and Hood and just be like, guess who we got?
Pretty much as soon as you guys get clear of Barney's Market, you hear Data in your head. Can anyone hear me? Hello? Hello?
Yeah,
Hey,
I'm
Data!
here. We're all here. Well, yeah, we're here.
Oh, good. We lost you guys there for a little while.
Yeah, we kind of had to go underground, but we found something.
Oswald, we never told them we were leaving.
That's true. Yeah, so we had to go underground for a minute. We got something. We're bringing back kind of a present, kind of a problem. I don't know which one, but yeah. You'll see when we get back. We're on our way now.
Is it like the 300-pound behemoth who eats like an elephant?
You're feeding it?
Well, I mean, we're not for cruel and unusual punishment.
I don't know why not.
Of course, we're feeding him Shade's cooking, so that might be cruel and unusual.
Ooh,
But it is somebody who's pretty injured though, so we're gonna need a medic like as soon as possible.
We're gonna need your data.
I'm on it.
All right, do we pull in? Do you say we pull in now? Can we pull in?
Yeah, it takes you guys a little bit. Not nearly as long as when Rodney was driving.
Oh. River steps out of the car and goes, "That's how you get from point A to point B, and then you take 10 minutes out of the trip."
Rodney looks at you. I need you to give me a perception check real quick, River.
I got 16. Wasn't my best.
You see a hint of a grin on his face as he opens his door, falls out of the car, kneels on the ground, and is just land.
It's like you're such a baby. Holy shit.
I hoist the professor over my shoulder, and I'm just like sprinting inside to try and get him to like a bed or something. And as soon as I get inside, I'm screaming for Data.
I'm like holding onto my daddy's hand, just like, I am not letting him go.
Data runs out of his room like, what's that? Oh my God.
Yeah, we kind of got the professor. He was about to be killed. We saved him. Long story short, professor's here. He's hurt. Help.
And I look directly at Data and I just go, fix him!
River walks in the door and goes, "Where's Hood so we can show how much better we are than he is?"
Data
I look at River and I'm like, not the time for that.
Data, like, looks over his shoulder and yells for Hood and Shade, and before, like, ushering you guys to the living room. Here, put him down here. Hood, Shade, you're not gonna believe this. Here, put him down on the couch, and I'll see what I can do. Oh, that looks nasty. Oh, that looks bad.
It's not good, Data.
I look at him and I'm like, he's basically like, his skin tone is red from the blood. Can you like do something?
I grab Data's hand and just shove it onto my dad.
Do it.
Please don't touch me.
I don't care.
He like shakes you off because he can't work with you holding his hand like right onto his chest. And he like holds his hands over the professor and starts running them over the professor with the light glowing from his palms. As he's setting to work, you hear footsteps before you notice Shade appear, and she's like holding Rodney's arm. Is that?
River's just like, I guess we're officially a part of the gang now, huh? She just gestures over to the professor. It's like, we did it.
I look at Shane and I'm like, do you really need to be invisible in the place that you live? Like, you just show up like that? You could just walk normally.
River then looks at Oswald and be like, are you fucking kidding me? You know, I would just be invisible all the fucking time and just just pop up behind you.
I look at Shane for confirmation.
You don't know how freeing it is to be able to be naked in a house full of guys.
No,
Oh
I
my
don't.
god, Shane, tell me more. I lived in a car, I couldn't be naked.
As Data is setting to work, Hood finally opens his door, looks out. What's going on? Is that?
Yes, we did a thing.
River's
He
like,
vaults over the railing.
River's
Tell
like
me
looking
he's
at her
superhero
nails.
landing. Please tell me he's superhero landings.
Oh yeah, 3-point superhero landing.
Like fist on the ground, knee on the ground, foot on the ground, like boom.
Yep.
I just look at him, I'm like, two things. One, teach me how to do that. Two, yeah, we got the professor. He's right over there. Data's working on him already. It's a long story. We'll catch you up on it later.
River's just like,
Hood.
now you gotta keep us.
Hood kneels right next to Remy
Mm-hmm.
and looks almost as concerned.
I'm not paying attention to anything else other than Data's hands doing their magic.
You watch as the deep cuts stitch themselves back together. The blood he can't really do much about. The bruises start to turn to a yellowish color and then back to his own skin tone. You notice that like his arm was not where it was supposed to be.
Ugh.
Yeah, it was like bent in a direction that should not have been. But now it's back where it should be. And Data opens his eyes, the light fades. And he waits.
I go and get a wet cloth to sort of like wash his face as much as I can.
Okay.
So River isn't really good with these situations. I don't know if y'all could tell. So while you guys are like waiting for the professor to like actually like wake up and shit, she's just like, I wonder if anyone's actually eaten today and that wasn't Shade's cooking, which I'm afraid to see what that looks like. So she goes into the kitchen and starts cooking. It's like a stress cooking situation.
Nobody really notices. Everybody's looking directly at the professor. A long few minutes pass.
You hear Oswald open the bag of Doritos.
If I were in Seattle, I would sucker punch it.
You hear a bag of chips opening, and all eyes turn to Oswald.
Free
And
tastes
then
better.
And you hear a stirring from the couch. I smell nachos.
Wait a minute. Did I just was the bag of Doritos like a smelling salts for him?
And he kind of, his eyes kind of flutter open very slowly. And he looks, Remy?
And I take this moment to just like, after having probably multiple tears run down my face, just like leap and bear hug him and just nuzzle my head into his neck.
He groans, but he positions you in a place that he can snuggle up with you and holds you tight.
River comes up behind him and she's just like, hey, I found some tea. You might want some of this. Have fun with your daughter. Bye.
Does River see me just eating Doritos?
River's letting it happen.
I picture you're just putting the cup of tea on like the living room table.
Yeah.
He looks around. Robin.
As soon as he says Robin, by the way, you hear River like in the kitchen go.
Like a little chuckle.
He looks around. Sarah. Rodney. David.
That kind of works actually, because Data, David, yeah, I get that.
That's adorable.
And you see a smile creep onto his face as he holds his daughter all the tighter. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Remy.
I just start fucking bawling because that's what I'm doing right now.
I'm so sorry.
James, stop.
And he looks around and he sits up, positioning Remy so that he can still hold her. He looks over at Oswald. I'm sorry, I don't think we've been acquainted.
Nope, I'm new around here, and so is the one in the kitchen. So
I'm
my name's
freaking
Oswald.
out.
My name's Oswald, for the record.
Augustus.
Good to finally meet you, Professor. I've heard a lot.
Good to
River's
meet you.
just like, mac and cheese? Everyone want mac and cheese? I hear mac and cheese. I'm making mac and cheese. Okay.
I hand the bag of Doritos over to her, and I'm like, "Can you mix these into mine?"
Absolutely, I can.
Young lady.
Yeah. I'm River. It's good to meet you.
Good to meet you. Augustus Quincy Lancaster. At
That's
your
a name.
service.
That's a name. People just call me River.
I assume that's not your real name.
Absolutely not.
I should just be called Silver, now that I think about it.
Oh my god, Oswald.
If that's what you would prefer, I will call you Silver.
I honestly don't even have a code name. You can call me whatever, I don't care.
They've been calling me Stretch.
Well,
Hood looks.
I haven't, for the record.
Hood, who is actively like tearing up. We call him Doolittle.
Oh, yeah, that's right, you do. I completely forgot about that.
River goes, I call him Walkie Talkie.
That still doesn't make... I don't like it. Anyway, long story short, you were about to be killed. We saved you, and now you're back to where you're safe. So...
Ta-da! Jazz hands.
She jazz hands, I give him a thumbs up.
We are basically brother and sister.
I roll my eyes and I'm just like, I don't want to have to explain half the stuff we've had to go through so far.
I think we need to have a law. The professor looks at you, Remy, and I think we need to have a long talk.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Oh, yeah.
And Remy goes, I'll be the first one to talk. And she shuffles into her pocket and pulls out her shiny new copper and goes, look at what I got. And that's where we end it.
And for the first time, the professor laughs. Like full on belly laughs.
Alright, guys, and that is where we are going to call an arc. That is the end of Arc 1, the Missing Professor arc. Thank you guys for listening, these 9-ish episodes. If you guys liked it, be sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment in whatever listening platform you guys are listening to this on. Be sure to check out our social media pages for news and updates, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. You can find links to those all in the description below. And be sure to tune in next week as we begin Arc 2. So be sure to come back for that. Thank you guys for listening. Bye now.